Okay. I cannot check your legs when you have them covered like this. So if it's not cold to you, maybe next time you can take some warmer pants. Okay. Or it seems good. All right. So I think we can start maybe. Felix, this is not a meditation posture. Okay, this one is. So as you're sitting in a comfortable meditation posture with the back erect, side cast down, we'll meditate with opened eyes, but we don't look here and there. Instead, we are interested in the meditation object, and we make the first decision in our minds voicelessly from now on. For 10 minutes, I will meditate on muscles and radiate loving kindness without any movement. From now on, for 10 minutes, I will meditate on muscles and radiate loving kindness without any movement. From now on, for 10 minutes, I will meditate on muscles and radiate loving kindness without any movement. And with that determination, we can gently, lovingly notice the flat piece of flesh at the top of the head. We allow it to be heavy and changing. We continue to the forehead, eyes, nose, lips, chin, cheeks, ears, back of the head, we allow all of the muscles throughout the head to be heavy and changing. We continue to the neck, shoulders, arms, elbows, forearms, wrists, palms, fingers, tips of fingers, chest, abdomen. Back, we allow all of the muscles and flesh throughout the upper part of the body to be happy and changing. We continue to the buttocks, thighs, knees, calves, heels, soles, toes, tips of toes. We allow all of the muscles and flesh throughout the body to be happy and changing. And as we allow the body to be the way it is, as we give it the freedom to be the way it is, we ourselves achieve freedom from worry about the body. Let's enjoy this freedom. Let's watch this peace. Now let's share our peace with other living beings. In our minds, voicelessly, we can allow, we can wish. May all beings, including me, be in peace. Now, because the time for this sitting is finished, let's make the last determination in our minds voicelessly. From now on, I will always be calm. From now on, I will always be calm. From now on, I will always be calm. And with that determination, we can slowly, mindfully change the way of our sitting. Now let's take one more minute to enjoy the peace we gained in meditation. All right, so everybody come close to your device as soon as possible. And you can grade your experience. 0 is the worst, 10 is the best. Grade is 1 time. Every second, third time are not taken seriously. And we have prohibited the chat box, so please wait for me. Now it's ready. Okay, you have about 15 seconds more to grade your experience. If you haven't done it, come quickly and tell us the number 0 to 10. 0 is your experience was very uncomfortable. 10 was extremely comfortable in meditation. So anything between will be something between. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, so now I will be blocking the chat box. And we will be looking at our recitation. So I would like to ask you everybody to unmute. May, you cannot have covered head when you are listening to the Buddha's teachings. You will need to uncover it. Okay. So I would like to ask everybody to always remember, do not lie down, do not cover your head when you are talking with monks, not just with me, but with any monk. So you can keep your hands together at the chest. Yamahang vadami tang vadeta. Aham bhante. Saranena saha. Panchasilang dhammang yajami. Anugraham katva. Ilang deta me bhante. Anukampang padaya. Tutiyampi aham bhante. Isaranena saha. Panchasilang dhammang yajami. Anugraham katva. Ilang deta me bhante. Anukampang upadaya. Tatiyampi aham bhante. Saranena saha. Panchasilang dhammang yajami. Ilang deta me bhante. Anukampang upadaya. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Buddhang saranang gacchami, dhammang saranang gacchami, sanghang saranang gacchami. Dutiyampi buddhang saranang gacchami, dutiyampi dhammang saranang gacchami, dutiyampi sanghang saranang gacchami. Tatiyampi buddhang saranang gacchami, tatiyampi dhammang saranang gacchami, tatiyampi sanghang saranang gacchami. Wembowa, now you alone, only the Tatiyampi. Tatiyampi buddhang saranang gacchami, tatiyampi dhammang saranang gacchami, tatiyampi sanghang saranang gacchami. Very good. Saranagamanang paripunnang. So now I will ask John Vin Nguyen, what is the first precept? John Vin Nguyen.
No killing.
That's right. Panati pata vera manisikha padang samadhyami. Kiara, what is the second precept?
Stealing.
Adinna dana vera manisikha padang samadhyami. Rixus, what is the third precept?
No, don't drink alcohol.
No, not really. So, Denny, can you help Crixus? What is the third precept?
No telling lies.
Not really.
No.
So, Tan Nguyen, Tan Phong. Tan Nguyen, Tan Phong, what is the third precept?
Okay. No stealing.
Okay, now the chain is a little bit too long. I'm forgetting the people. So I first asked, what did I ask first? I already forgot it.
Texas.
Wow. Tutam, do you remember who I asked first? I asked Crixus, right? Crixus. Then I asked who? Then I asked Denny, right? Then I asked John Vin Nguyen, right? Okay. So Felix, what is the third precept?
No lie.
So we're getting very wrong. So please wait. Fan Nguyen Tan Phong was the third one, right?
Yeah.
And then I asked Felix, right? Who was the last one I asked? Felix? What did I ask last? What did I ask last? Tutam. I'm asking Tutam.
Yes, Sunday. I think that's Felix.
Felix, okay, thank you. We'll then go back gradually, you know, by that. So then, Tianmin, what is the third precept? You're already unmuted, you just need to say. Tianmin, what is the third precept? No, I cannot hear you. Can you please talk louder? You're not really, you know, audible. Can you please come very close and really say it loud so that everybody can hear it?
The third precept
Negative.
is no sexual misconduct.
Perfect. Thank you very much. So, Felix, did you hear Tien Min? You didn't hear Tien Min? I did. I did. So, Tien Min just needs to repeat it again for Felix. Tien Min, will you be so kind and repeat it again for Felix? What is the third precept?
No sexual misconduct.
Thank you. Felix, did you hear it?
Let
You
me
still
just turn
didn't-
my volume up.
Yeah, you will need to turn your volume up to the maximum. My one is not maximum and I still can hear Tien Min. Anyway, so Tien Min, just third time. I promise that's the last time. Can you please repeat it one more time for Felix?
No sexual misconduct.
Thank you. Felix, did you hear it now?
I think no trash products.
No, it was no sexual misconduct.
Yeah.
You see it?
No.
Oh, yeah, I have heard it sometime. Okay, so Felix, what is the third precept?
No sexual misconduct.
I'm asking Felix. Felix, what is the third precept?
No sexual misconduct.
Felix, I'm not hearing it from you. Please, Felix, come close to your camera and tell me what is the third precept? Felix, do you know what is the third precept?
Huh?
Do you know what is the what is the third precept?
What is
Felix, do you know what is the third
No
precept?
sexual products.
No sexual misconduct.
No sexual misconduct.
No sexual misconduct.
No sexual misconduct.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Thank you very much. And so, Fan Nguyen Tan Phong, can you tell me what is the third precept?
No alcohol and drugs.
Fan Nguyen Tan Phong, where are you? Here you are. Fan Nguyen Tan Phong, can you? Are you here? You're muted. Yes. Third precept. Fan Nguyen Tan Phong, I don't hear you. What is the third precept? So it is no sexual misconduct. Can you try it?
No sexual misconduct.
Fan Nguyen Tan Phong, can you show us your face and tell it to the camera? What is the third precept?
No.
No, show us the face. Show us your face. We don't want to see your hair. We want to see your face. What is the third precept?
No sexual misconduct.
We're getting somewhere.
Wait.
Okay.
Oh,
Jenny, can you tell me what is the third precept?
no sexual misconduct.
Perfect.
No
Thank you very
sexual
much.
misconduct.
And finally, Crixus, can you tell me what is the third precept?
No sexual misconduct.
Amazing. So we're getting somewhere. My video will get back soon. Working on it. So we can continue. Kame sumichha jave apadang samadhiyami. So, honey, what is the fourth precept? No lying, that's right. Musavada veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami. Okay, so Minkoa, what is the fifth precept?
Don't drink alcohol or taking drugs.
Excellent, well done. Sura meraya majjapamada dhana veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami. Thank you, everyone. And
Ramani.
we will, let me see.
I don't have a chair.
So we'll continue the story. So I would like to mute everybody and remove everybody's hand. So, yes. Okay. So do you remember what we did last week? If you remember, you can raise your hand. Yui Kim, do you remember what we talked about last week when we spoke about the Buddha to be? Do you remember anything at all, Yui Kim?
No.
Nothing at all? Were you here?
I only remember the part when he when he walk and other people just thought that he's flying, he's floating.
But he wasn't. Very good. Very nice. Thank you very much. That's pretty good. If you remember just that, then you remember the main point. Very good. What is the weird thing that he was walking? Why is it weird that he was walking? Can you tell me, Yui Kim?
Because he was flying.
Is there anything what was weird about the fact that he was walking? The very fact that he was walking was weird.
Like he was a 16-year-old.
Yeah, but that walking alone, if he just walked alone, why would that be weird? What's the problem that he was walking? What's so weird about that he was walking?
I think I forgot.
You forgot? Okay. May, any idea why is it weird that he was walking? Was it unbelievable?
It was weird that he was walking because people saw him in full dressed clothes, but he was naked.
No, that's not what I want to hear. So what about Janvin Nguyen? Can you tell me why is it weird that the Buddha to be was walking? No idea?
Yes, I don't know.
Do not look at your notes yet. I will tell you to look at your notes if needed. Not yet.
No.
Whatever. Please do not look at any notes. Look into the camera so that I can see your face. Tianmin, would you tell us why is it weird that he was walking? That walking alone was strange. Why would he be walking? What's the problem that he was walking?
I don't really know about this yet.
You don't really know? Okay, Wembowa, any idea why is it a problem or why is it weird that he was walking?
No.
No idea. Denny, any idea?
Because he was still a baby?
That's right. Well done. Well done. Denny cracked it.
I couldn't see.
So that's weird, right? Hey, when you were born, already right as you were born, do you remember that you would be walking? You possibly don't remember anything at all. But no baby walks after being born. No, maybe after like 6 months, they start to crawl. And after 1 year, they start to walk while they're, leaning over the things and holding things as they're walking. But not right after birth. Okay? So that's the weird thing, that he was walking right after he was born. So now I will ask you some difficult question. One Kai, why a newborn baby cannot walk?
Because their bones are too weak.
Bones?
I mean, like, wait, because like they are too weak.
They're too weak. What is weak? What can be weak in the body for walking?
Muscle?
That's right, yes, because the muscles are too weak, all right? The muscles cannot catch up, so it's not possible to walk for babies. So the Buddha to be walking is a true miracle, all right? But right after the Buddha to be walked the 7 steps and told what he told, we will be talking about it today, he then turned back into a baby and could not walk again. So it was a performance. It was a show. It was a display. Okay, so that everybody understands what's going on. The Buddha to be is born. But after those 7 steps, he could not walk anymore. Okay, he could not walk anymore after those 7 steps. Only after, let's say, 6 months or 1 year, as his muscles and body structure was sufficient for walking. Okay, so Rere, or would you like me to call you Lavender or Rere? What do you like more?
It's fine.
Anything is fine. Okay, so I will call you Rere because I'm used to that. So Rere, can you tell me anything else that you remember from our last lesson?
So the queen was visiting her hometown, like the place where where her mother is, and then like she went to a park and then she gave birth in that park.
And then she gave birth in that park. Yes, thank you very much. Nathan, are you here? Nathan, can you unmute and tell me what else do you remember from last lesson?
The humans also for the regalia, the footwear, the sword, and the crown.
That's right. What is regalia?
King question.
King stuff. That's right. Who was carrying that stuff?
The Brahmas.
The Brahmas. You are not. Are you looking into the notes? Did you get help from your notes? A little bit, right? Okay. So let's first always give opportunity to others who remember without the notes. And then if we want, I will ask you to look at the notes. Baolam, do you remember anything else?
I remember that when the Buddha is when the Queen Mahamaya hold the branch to get born the Buddha, and when the Buddha is born, there is a rain come down to wash the Queen's body and the Buddha's.
Very well. Thank you very much. Jasmine, are you here with us? Jasmine is busy. Edward, what else do you remember? Edward, do you remember anything we didn't say yet?
No.
Nothing else? Okay, so you need to remove the hand. Jasmine, is there anything else that you remember that we did not mention yet? You're muted.
So I think when he was born, it was like something going through a water thing. I don't know what it's called. I forgot.
Maybe
And when other babies are born, it's like an elephant through a keyhole.
Okay, well, that's what we talked about 3 weeks ago. Then Zhangwu, Kanfeng. What else do you remember?
The people
carried the area by currents and left.
I cannot hear you well. Can you come closer to the device? Yes, please.
The people carried the area by currents and left. The kings of Rama's worlds came and received the baby in a golden net.
And did you look into your notes to help yourself?
A little bit.
A little. Okay, let's give the opportunity to others who remember. May, what else do you remember?
I remember when the I forgot.
You forgot it. Okay, nice. So that's pretty good, and we can continue today. So the fearless rower. We will be talking about the Buddha to be after he made those 7 steps. So when he halted, that means when he stopped after taking the 7 steps in the direction of north, the Buddha to be made a fearless rower. Usually, what is the animal that makes roar? Anybody has an idea? Okay, many people have an idea. All right, so Vulmimi, who makes roar?
I think a lion.
That's right, a lion. Thank you very much. So a lion makes roar and the Buddha as well. In our understanding, the Buddha was the lion, among the, like the lion is the king of animals, the Buddha is the king of all living beings. So the Buddha would be the lion of all living beings. All right. And while lion catches its prey and kills it and eats it, the Buddha catches greed, hatred, ignorance, and he kills it and removes it. Okay, so the Buddha is the lion who kills the bad thoughts, bad speech, bad action. Okay, so after the Buddha made those 7 steps, he made this roar to be heard simultaneously by all of the 10,000 world system. And so what did he say? What was his roar? First, Aggo hamasmi lokassa. Aggo hamasmi lokassa. It means, I am the most superior among the living beings of the 3 worlds. But wait, can you say that? Why wouldn't you be able to say that if he could say that? Well, do you remember that everywhere he would go, on each direction, let me see, where's that? Before he went, actually, before he went out, you see? You see, look at that. The Buddha to be, before he made these 7 steps, you see, after leaving the hands of the people, he looked towards the eastern direction. All right. And then as he did that, all of the thousands of world systems became very clear to him. And the gods and humans in those worlds told him most respectfully that, "O noble man, there is no one in this eastern direction who is your equal." They told him that. And then he did the same to the other 10 directions. What are the 10 directions? Anybody can tell me what are the 10? Wait, we need to remove the hands. Can you please remove the hands? Okay. If anybody here knows what are 10 directions, can you please raise your hand? Okay. May, I'm curious. What are the 10 directions?
The four cardinal, the four intermediate, and the downward and upward directions.
And can you tell me what are the 4 cardinal directions? No. Okay, Robert, what are the 10 directions?
North, south, east, west are the 4 cardinal directions. The 4 intermediate directions are northwest, southwest, southeast, and southwest.
And then?
Northeast, sorry.
And then the remaining 2 directions? Excuse me, Robert, what are the remaining two directions?
Downwards and upwards.
Yes, thank you. Could be up and down. Okay, so he looked in the 4 cardinal directions. There's north, northeast, south, west. Then the intermediate directions, which are between north and east. We have northeast. Between east and south, we have southeast. Between south and west, we have southwest. Between west and north, we have northwest. And then up and down. Usually we, however, when we say these 10 directions, we say down and then up. Very good. So he looked at all of these 10 directions and he got the same answer. All right. He saw no one equal to him in all these quarters. All right. So he was already informed that there is nobody equal. It was not his idea. Maybe he didn't even know it before. And that's why he had to look in those 10 directions to find out. So it's not like he believed that he is the best. It's because all beings told him. All right. So all beings told him, you are the best. And thereby he made the conclusion, I am the best. All right. So before we believe that we are good, we first need to wait for an approval. All right. Approval is very important. If nobody approves that you're good, well, then you will need to change the ways how you do the things. Sometimes you do the things well, but you don't speak the things well. And so even though you do things well, people do not believe you do them well because you do not speak them well. You need to speak and do well. Only when you speak and do well, then people may approve. If you only do well and do not speak well, that's not okay. If you only speak well and do not do well, that also is not okay. So people approved of the Buddha to be the best. I am the greatest among the living beings of the 3 worlds. We'll probably be talking about the 3 worlds sometime in the future. For the time being, we will stick to the original Pali word lokasa, and that is world. It means all of the world, all of the 10,000 worlds. I am the most exalted among the living beings of the 3 worlds. So, Jitto, here's actually spelling mistake in the Pali. Setoham. Setoham asmi lokassa. The most exalted. Jetto actually means the oldest. But here it means the oldest in terms of the experience of the training. Setto means the best. Setto and aggo. Aggo means like the highest. Setto means like the best. Whatever he does, it's the highest quality. It's the best. Aggo means that he is the top. That means that could mean all kinds of things, but aggo probably will mean that he has the best developed qualities, good qualities of a human, such as generosity, morality, and meditation. Ayan antima jati. This is my last birth. And there is no more rebirth for me. Now, these 5 sentences could be summarized in 2. So, he pronounced that he is the best in the world and that this is his last birth. So, when the Bodhisattva made this bold speech, there was no one capable of challenging or rebutting him. There was nobody who would disagree. The whole multitude of Brahmas, Devas, and humans had to tender their felicitations. That means all of them had to wish him to be successful. So felicitation means wishing to be successful. All right. And so this is the third thing. So, you know, saying that you're the best involves 3 things. Number 1, other people tell you that. Number 2, you say that. Number 3, they agree. If people don't tell you that you're the best and you tell that you're the best, well, then that's wrong already from the beginning. If people tell you that you're the best and you tell that you're the best, it's not bad, but they have yet to agree with it after you say it. So because it's very hard for people to tell you that you're the best and then even agree with that, we never say that we're the best. Okay? Because it's a lot of time. People will just disagree. What? You're the best? No, I am the best. And then another person will say, what? You two are the best? Not at all. I am the best. You see, you will never agree with each other. So better do not say that you're the best, but in your heart, do the best you can. All right. So now we have here some additional information. We can study that later. And we continue. The Bodhisattva's fearless roar, I am the most superior, the greatest, and the most exalted, was the omen signifying his future turning of the wheel of the Dhamma. Right? So because the Buddha explained that he's the best, he actually didn't just want to boast saying that he's the best. He was actually saying that something's going to happen. Being the best is not something that is finished. It's something that's useful. If you are the best, you are useful. You're the most useful person. That's how you're the best. So when the Buddha said he's the best, it means that he is the most useful for what? For teaching the Buddha's teachings. He's the most suitable for sharing the Buddha's teachings. Then the Buddha said, this is my last birth. So this was again a prediction. That means talking about the future. The Buddha explained what will happen in the future. The Buddha predicted. What did he predict? What did he say about the future? That there is no more rebirth for him. In other words, that he will achieve Nibbana without any physical or mental remnant. In other words, the Buddha will get entirely free from all body and mind, from all birth, old age, illness, and death. That's what he meant. So, the Buddha spoke immediately after his birth, not only in this last existence as Prince Siddhartha, but also when he was born to become Mahasaddha the Wise, and when he was born to become King Vesantara. So these are some of the previous lives of the Buddha, and you will read about these stories in probably next year. So we will not be looking at that much in detail, but the idea is that this was not the first time that the Buddha made this lion's roar. It was actually the third time. Here we have, however, a brief introduction to these stories. Previously, when he was Mahasaddha, he came out of his mother's womb and he was holding a piece of sandalwood, which he received from the king of gods. Because the sandalwood is understood as a medicine, this sandalwood was therefore the reason why he was called Mahasaddha. Mahasaddha means Maha-Osadha, big medicine. So that was his name in that life. Maha-Osadha, Mahasaddha, big medicine. And it's because right as he went out of the mother's womb, he already had something in his hand, and it was medicine. Who gave it to him? The king of gods. So then the mother asked him, "Oh, my dear son, what did you bring in your hand?" And this newborn baby was able to speak. Isn't that amazing? The newborn baby was able to speak. So the newborn baby held medicine in his hand, and he was able to understand what his mom is saying and also answer. Say, "Oh, mother, it is medicine." And so that's why he was called Osadha Kumara, or the Prince Medicine, or the Prince Boy. Well, then the medicine was stored in a jar, and whoever would come as a patient, such as blind people, deaf people, who knows what's deaf? What's the problem if somebody is deaf? Can you raise your hand? Okay, Cherry, what is the problem if somebody is deaf?
That means they don't have the ability to hear.
That's right, they can't hear. Thank you very much. So if somebody could not see, we're blind, or somebody could not hear, we're deaf, then they would get this medicine made of sandalwood, and suddenly they would be able to see and hear. And it also helped against headache. Well, we probably do not have that medicine available today, but that's what the book says. Then when he was the King Vesantara, at the moment he was born, he would extend his right open palm and said, "Oh, mother, what do you have in your golden palace that I can give in charity? Is there something that I can give as a donation?" Right after he was born, he was able to speak. And the first thing he said was, "I want to make a donation. Do you have something I can give?" So the mother answered, "My dear son, you are born to wealth in this golden palace." And so she took the child's hand, she put there a bag of money, and then the Buddha-to-be gave that money to poor people. All right, and that's all for today, more than enough. So please take your notebooks. We'll be writing this as a note. Today we have October 28, 2023 in Vietnam and Myanmar. And we have October 27, 2023 in the US and Jamaica. And the heading today will be the Buddha to be's rower. And okay, the Buddha to be's rower and 2 past lives. Okay, this is what I get. Okay, it's not little, but that's it. That's all for writing today. So as soon as you have finished, you're most welcome to take rest. Yes, Boo Mimi.
I'm finished writing, Venerable Sir.
We are waiting until you finish writing the note. It's in the chat box.
Yes, I'm finished writing.
You have already finished all of that? You have written it all?
Yes.
How many notes did you write down? Can you look into your notebook and see how many notes did you write down?
Wait a minute. Okay, I think I write
How many notes did you write down?
um maybe a lot.
How many notes did you write down? Can you count? How many notes did you write down?
3.
You wrote 3, okay, but I have 4. So please check in the chat box. You're missing 1.
Okay.
Oh, sir,
Yes, please.
I finished.
You have finished. Thank you very much. See you next week.
Goodbye, Venerable Sir. Venerable Sir, I'm finished.
Very nice. See you next week. Thank you very much.
Goodbye, Venerable Sir. Venerable Sir, I'll continue later, okay, Venerable Sir?
Very
Goodbye,
well.
Venerable
When will
Sir.
you continue? Tomorrow or the day after tomorrow?
Venerable Sir.
Yes.
So, like, my internet connection was lost, and then I had to learn. And when I joined again, I can't find the messages in the chat.
Okay. What have you written so far? Do you have at least the date?
Yeah, the second paragraph and the fourth paragraph. I haven't written that. I need to.
So you have finished the first paragraph after the Buddha to be made 7 steps. Have you finished that? Right. Do you finish the first paragraph after
Yeah.
the Buddha to be made 7 steps? Done. And the Buddha to be also mentioned. Is that finished too?
I'm doing the mention, like the Buddha to be also mentioned that this was the last rebirth.
Okay. So here you have it.
Venerable Sir, I finished all 4 notes.
Very good. See you next week.
Venerable sir.
Nice. Goodbye.
Venerable sir, I also completed the paragraphs.
Very well. See
Bye,
you next week.
Venerable sir.
Venerable sir.
Yes. May, I'm listening.
My iPad is only 7%.
Okay.
Can I finish
That's
it
enough.
later?
Right enough. I think that's enough. 7% is enough. You can continue. It'll finish
No.
soon.
Can I finish later?
Okay. Would you like to finish tomorrow or the day after tomorrow?
Tomorrow?
Tomorrow. Very nice.
Wait.
Good night.
Wait. Yeah. The day after tomorrow.
Okay, let's see. All right. So good night.
Venerable sir, I'm done.
Very well. So see you next week.
Okay, see you. Thank you. Bye.
Can I continue the writing tomorrow?
What is it?
Can I
And
continue
can you
the
finish it
writing
tomorrow?
tomorrow?
Yes, please. Hold on.
Bye. Have a nice day.
Good night.
Bye, Venerable sir.
Nice. Goodbye.
Venerable sir, I'm done now.
Very well. So good night.
Bye, Venerable sir. Good night. Venerable sir, I'm done. I'm not done yet. Sorry. I'm gonna finish it the day after tomorrow. My mom said I should finish now.
Okay, no problem. So good night. Very good.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, Venerable.
Be happy.
Bye.
Everyone. Be happy and okay.
I'm finished, Venerable sir.
Venerable sir, can I finish tomorrow?
Venerable sir.
Yes,
See you next week.
Very good. Yes, Evan. Good night.
Venerable sir, may I finish tomorrow?
Yes, please. Good night.
Honorable sir, I'm done.
Very
Goodbye,
well.
sir.
Enjoy your day.